Welcome to another episode of the Heel Heat. We are live. This is the new. We are live now. We're going live with most of the stuff. So it is the American Daydream Benny, and it's me, Paulinho. Jay is unfortunately not able to join us today. He's
Hoeing. He's on vacation.
he says he's on vacation, but it's I don't know. We'll see. But we got his picks in as well. We'll go over it. His picks plus our picks for tomorrow's Hell in a Cell premium event. All right. So because the show is like kind of gone a weird direction, we were watching in pain and agony what they put on.
Are we ever?
So let's start this off with the first match, which is going to be fun to watch, and I say that loosely. Happy Corbin versus Madcap Moss.
Shit.
Jay has Happy winning. Happy Corbin. I think that this is going to be a good match in regards for their storyline to try and continue, and I agree. I say Happy's going to win this one, but do we want to see it? It's a different story. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because I like Corbin, the wrestler and everything. I like him. I just don't feel like they're using him the way they should be with this whole new gimmick. Benny, what do you think about this one?
Moss. Literally just Madcap Moss. I don't think. I think I've been hearing they're supposed to be changing his character up or whatever, but literally just to be different and go against the grain, I'm gonna go with him.
You're gonna go with, okay. All right. Next
I think
we have
has Happy Corbin as well. So
next we have Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv, or as Benny, or as what's his name? Jay called it, the Liv Club versus. We were talking this before we went live. The Judgment Day, like
not Judgment Day, the Judgment.
The
Day.
Judgment. Everybody's like the Judgment Day. It's going with the Judgment Day. We are the Judgment Day. You know, I'm concerned. What are your thoughts on this one, Manny?
As much as I would love to see Bullet, or as they're actually called on Twitter, Bull Live Club. I would love to see them win. Y'all know how I feel about Liv Morgan, right? Like Sasha is my favorite wrestler or women's wrestler, period. But I've been on the Liv Morgan train for a couple years now, so I've been waiting for her to break through. But if you want anyone to take Judgment Day seriously, they need to win this. So that's who I'm going with.
You going with the Liv Club?
Nah, Judgment Day.
Damn, Jay got the Liv Club.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I was gonna say. My concern with Judgment Day is they start off with a bang, but this name, I'm like, it hasn't grown on me yet. No. It hasn't grown on me yet. I like so far the way the group is being assembled. I like the members. I like the way everything's going. Let's see if Vince doesn't get bored with it and dismantles it out of nowhere like he did with what should we call it, the Hurt Business. You know?
No, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think so either because of Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has more pull than MVP or Bobby had.
Yep.
So they'll give him free reign, and I think that's why Rhea and I'm about to say Punishment Martinez.
That's his name.
that's his name. But Damian Priest are okay with him. They'll be all right with him. I think they're gonna win this one as well because I don't see Finn Balor and AJ needing this win. And this is a way to end this rivalry, like for all six of them, you know, with each other. Just kill it right here in the Hell in a Cell. This is a good way to do it. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if either Finn or AJ gets like stretched out, like kind of just ran him off TV for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've been hearing or whatever, I said, well, most people that are doing the predictions and things think that somebody is either turning or somebody else is going to be joining Judgment Day. Um, the the prevailing thought right now is Finn Balor turning and actually joining them. Personally, I don't really see why, since he was like really beefing with Damian Priest to start all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I remember correctly, that started before AJ and Edge started beefing. So I don't know. On top of the fact that Liv has a pin over Rhea Ripley right now, so
Mm-hmm.
like I said, that pretty much gives her free reign to get her ass handed to her from now on, because she got that
Yeah.
win-win.
Yeah. This is a. I don't think Finn needs to be in this group though. If I
No,
could see adding one more member, but I don't see them adding somebody from this match. Maybe somebody outside of it that we haven't thought of yet. Maybe that we haven't looked at it.
well, the main reason why people are thinking like that is the fact that Finn hasn't. If you look at the people that are in Judgment Day, they're people who have gone on the same trajectory that Finn has. They're champions that kind of sort of just fell off to the wayside. Then they're not in kayfabe, but in reality, their booking has been a little shit the last couple of months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing like that's what they're going for, but who knows? Like I said, we've also been hearing Tommaso Ciampa, but again, who knows?
See, I wouldn't put it past them, but I kind of rather have Tommaso go on his own.
Hmm.
And part of me, but I feel if he gets added to this group, he'll be protected because of the fact that they have a bad track record of building NXT personnel that they literally just called up.
Hmm.
So if he gets called up, if he gets to join this group, I'll be okay with it because I know he'll be protected in this group.
Hmm.
Now with Finn Balor, I just can't see it. He doesn't need it. He'll be. I almost wanted to say he'll be like the Cedric Alexander in the Hurt Business, but I was like, nah, that's too much because actually Cedric proved himself that he needed the group more than anything. Finn doesn't need this.
My biggest thing with this is you're gonna. What are you gonna do if you add another person to this group? Because one of the other things I said, you gotta have them win this match if you're gonna take them seriously, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing that you have to do if you're gonna take them seriously is eventually somebody has to win a championship. So if you look at the current landscape, Judgment Day's on Raw. Your Raw mid card title is on Austin Theory right now, right? Okay. Do you see Edge as the United States champion?
No.
No. Which means it would have to go on Damian Priest
Mm-hmm.
or whoever else you bring in there, right? So that leaves two people or two of the guys without anything. Maybe you go out there and say Edge and Damian Priest. Just hypothetically, somebody else comes in there. Um, Edge and Damian Priest, they could technically go out there and win the tag titles, but isn't Edge supposed to be the leader of this group? He's supposed to be the head of everything. So then you're looking at it like, oh well, at some point he has to become the world champion, but he's not been built up for that. On top of the fact that the last two times that Edge has gone up against Roman, he's gotten dominated.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are we talking about? Like, so I have no idea how it is that they're gonna what the direction is for this group right now, and like I'm with them. I'm honestly just along for the ride. I'm just like, all right, it is what it is. I'm not even gonna try and predict. I'm just going to take a look and see exactly what it is that they're doing, and just like give my opinions on it one way or the other.
Yeah. With in regards to this group, it's weird. Like you said, it's strange because depending on who comes in, if it's another female, if it's another male, if it's another female, the only thing you can do with them is shoot them to the tag titles, women's tag titles, which at the
If
moment is
if
like,
they even continue them, because there's
yeah,
a rumor that they're just gonna like silently retire them.
yep, and that's their own fault because they haven't they built it, and there was people, fans were crazy about it. They've been asking for it because at that time there was a tag team division,
Mm-hmm.
and then they slowly killed it. They killed it off on their own. So you could give them the women's tag team titles if you put another female on there, but then it's like they're just there to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, you're like, again, you're doing the same thing over again. You're taking Rhea out of a title chase, and whoever else may be there also out of a title chase if it's somebody important big.
Mm-hmm.
If you put another male in there to tag up with Damian Priest, now you got to take the titles off of the Usos, part of the
Mm-hmm.
bloodline, and they got to lose. Now that's going to cause an issue with Roman. You know what I'm saying? Because Roman wants to have all the belts, which is
Mm-hmm.
okay. Because that goes into his character and what that's supposed to be. So the only thing you can do is slowly have this group back there that cause damage while they're still trying to get themselves to build up. But now again, like you're saying, if it's true that somebody else can join this group tomorrow, they got to be careful who they put in there. It can't be somebody big on the top. It can't be somebody too low. It has to be somebody like just right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who they're gonna put. It's they could probably put Mace in there.
I don't know. From what I heard, he's up there. I don't even remember what his new name is, but he's up there with LA Knight's group in
Yeah, they
WWE.
were gonna rebrand him with that, but then they scrapped that for a moment because they were gonna put one of the female wrestlers in there too, but then they scrapped that idea and just made it the males
Mm.
part of the name. So at that point, like, yeah, the whatever female was gonna be in that group is out. So uh, the way things run in there, it's like they say Mace is going with LA Knight, and then he could flip over to Edge. So I don't know. I don't know right now. Everything is a toss up with them nowadays. You know, it's just never know. It's whatever Vince feels. However he wakes up in the morning, however he feels after he comes out of the John, or after his nap. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So let's continue. The next match. Vince's boy, Austin Theory, defending his U.S. title against Mustafa Ali. Jay has Austin Theory winning. I don't disagree. I
Neither
think,
do I.
yeah, it's an easy one because, and I feel bad because of Mustafa.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't deserve this, especially after what he went through with trying to get released and go. Another one is another, I believe it'll be a squash match. Ezekiel versus Kevin Owens. Jay has Ezekiel.
So
I
do I.
agree. You, Benny,
Mm-hmm.
also?
Ezekiel.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is they gotta build him, and
Hey,
Kevin.
the other thing, um, and again, I'm not gonna sit up here and take credit for anything anybody else says. All right, so 100% credit to Simon Miller from What Culture for saying this. I can almost guarantee you WWE is gonna have something pre-recorded for as Elias to show up on the freaking the screen or whatever in the middle of the match just to drive Kevin Owens that much crazier.
Yeah, and Kevin Owens has put in so much work. He can literally do this for a bit, go and lose a streak, and then just take off and get another push.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately in WWE it's not like AEW where the wins and losses actually count. They didn't even look at that. So
Mm-hmm.
he can lose for the next 2 months and then I know we're gonna push and will be good. And I'm not mad about it. It's just sometimes they give him some weird gimmicks like or storylines like this one, but he's a trooper, so he takes it. He does good with it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I trust Kevin Owens almost with pretty much almost any storyline because he does pretty good work. Next match is Bobby Lashley versus Omos with MVP in his corner. Jay has Omos. I say Omos as well to continue this feud for another pay per view, at least SummerSlam. But I wouldn't put it past them if they have Omos beating Lashley and then ending it here in the Hell in a Cell.
All right. I I am going to say almost, but there are two things about this match. One, I think that Lashley is actually going to look incredibly good in this match. I think he's going to be taking a lot as far as the offense in this match. Um, and they got MVP in there as kind of sort of a red herring to say, all right, this is how Lashley could potentially win, but I don't think he's actually going to. The other thing is the fact that eventually, like, granted, I'm saying this and this is WWE. We all know that they don't have to pay off any damn thing. But me being, the hopeless optimist that I am at times, automatically thinking like, all right, listen, they put this storyline out there in this position. They have to do something with it if they want me to actually give a damn about what's happening on their TV. Um, Cedric Alexander, could he potentially just be brought in as almost an MVP's lackey in this situation? Go out there, cause a bit of a distraction, and actually be the reason why MVP and almost actually win this match. So again, who knows? But I'm going with almost and MVP.
Yeah, it's unanimous. We're all going almost on this one. We all picked him.
Yep.
We all picked him. All right. Now we're going with the women's championship. We're gonna go with Bianca Belair versus Asuka versus Becky Lynch in a triple threat match. This is gonna be interesting. Jay has Bianca retaining. Benny, what are your thoughts on this one?
Uh, I have the same. I believe Bianca Belair. You put too much in Bianca Belair building her up last year to have her turn around, come back. She didn't defend her title at the last pay per view. So what are we gonna do after that? The first time she actually has a title defense after she wins a WrestleMania, she loses it? No. Bianca's winning. This match right here is to basically put um, Bianca in a position to go one on one with Asuka, and then basically you have your ability to build Becky back up, whether you want to keep her as a heel or turn her face eventually to, basically just reclaim her position as the top in the women's division on Raw. But like I said, I got Bianca right now.
You also have Bianca. I don't know because I think Asuka's there to take the pinfall. I don't think Becky's there to take the pinfall. I don't think Becky and Bianca are done yet.
They
I
need to
just
be.
think Asuka's, huh?
They need to be.
I know, but this is the problem that they painted themselves in because they don't build anything outside of like the two or the three on each show. So like you're literally recycling all of that until you pull one up, but with no build, just for like a month for a pay per view. So that's why I said I don't think Becky is done yet. You know, unfortunately, she should be. Just take her out of the title picture for a few months. Let Bianca like run through the division again. And give her a good run this time. She has options. She has Dewdrop again. I know she did it before. There's Dewdrop. There's Rhea. There's Nikki Ash.
I think that's your ultimate goal with Bianca is Bianca versus Rhea.
And I wouldn't mind seeing that. I
I would
wouldn't
love
mind
to see
seeing that.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know. And but yeah, I think that's how I feel. If Becky's gonna take the pin, and I hope that would end their feud for now.
Hmm.
Because they have a good feud, but it's just like you don't want it to force feed it for too long because then everybody gets tired of it, and then Bianca's push and reign gets stale,
I'm
unfortunately,
already tired of
because they don't
it.
they don't do much with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not her fault. It's just the writers and creativity that just have an issue with it. I don't know what makes it so difficult. It's just write it like the men, just on a female perspective. I don't know. I just don't get it, and I feel bad because Bianca deserves to have a good run with
Mm-hmm.
the title. The first time she did it, and I don't, and not because of her fault, but I don't think she's gonna have another one that can either. But it has nothing to do with her. All right, the main event, the third match on the premium event between these two, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. Jay has Cody. Ben, is Cody gonna make it 3-0, or is Seth gonna pull one out?
All right. Yes, he is going to make it 3-0. There makes no sense for Seth to actually win the third match in the entire series of matches that they had. On top of the fact that if you're going to be building Cody up to be the guy to eventually dethrone Roman for at least one of those titles, I don't know if they're going to do both or what, but if you're going to build him up, you got to build him up with some type of credibility. On top of the fact, like coming from AEW over to the WWE, that has to count for something. And they've treated him as such a big deal. I don't think you can actually stop that momentum, or at the very least, I don't think you should.
Right, and I get it, but the thing is with me is like you can't he can't just steamroll through everybody.
Oh no, he's only been steamrolling through that one person. And Seth,
Yeah,
Seth is in the same position to me that Kevin Owens is. Take whatever loss that comes your way for the time being, and then he'll be bulletproof up until the fact. Just because of the fact that Seth has held pretty much every title in WWE, he's at the point where he's just like, you know what, this guy's gold. He can do whatever he wants. If he loses, he loses. If not, it's like a little just a little cold streak for him, and then after that, he'll be back on top in no time.
yeah. I'm going with Cody as well because again, like you said as well, it makes no sense for him to lose the third match. It
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't. It'd be asinine. I wouldn't put it past him, but it'd be asinine. It is Vince and his WWE. They might give him the win on the third one just to call it quits. But still, that is dumb because you're supposed to be ending this feud sooner or later and getting something ready for a SummerSlam. Who he's going to face at SummerSlam, I don't know. But it doesn't look good because they literally went from the stadium to the a smaller arena, the MGM, to 18,000. That's it because they couldn't sell that more anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good look because SummerSlam is one of the big four.
Oh no, that's not SummerSlam. That's Money in the Bank.
Oh yeah, sorry, Money in the Bank. My bad. Sorry. It was Money in the Bank. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why was I thinking SummerSlam? Shit. Yeah,
Because we're
Money in the
both
Bank
getting
is.
old and the year going by too damn fast.
But yeah, it's not a good look because Money in the Bank was considered one of the biggest events outside of the top four.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in SummerSlam, we gotta wait to see what they're gonna do with SummerSlam. AEW right now is they're not progressing much, but they're not falling behind either. This whole MJF is going to be interesting to see what happens for the fact that if it's a work or not, and if he actually stays and resigns with them, or if he leaves and goes to uh, WWE. That's the question.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, he's staying.
You think
I,
so?
I don't think he could. He's gonna go to WWE. If he goes to WWE, he's going to be so creatively unfulfilled that it's gonna like it. Nah, it's just not gonna work. He has way too much freedom over there.
In AEW, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, and the thing too is, why leave AEW to go to WWE and be neutered?
Yep.
The pipe bomb he just gave, he can't do that.
Ain't no way in hell you could do that on WWE TV.
No, not the way it is now, unfortunately, because it's the PG era. It's their
Mm-hmm.
PG time. You know, so you're not gonna do that. Sorry. And I get he wants to get paid, and I don't blame him. He's good at what he does. and I don't want to take that away from him. He's good at what he does. Excuse me. So he needs to just figure out what he wants to do. He wants more control, more creative input. That's fine. That's fine. Negotiate that, but don't go thinking that you're gonna go in there and just go all crazy. All right, we got somebody says fantasy book Elias cuts promo in Hell in a Cell leads to brother versus brother match at next pay per view.
I love it. Make it a cinematic match, man. It is what it is. You got the technology to do it.
That'd be great. That could be one of those pre-recorded matches. A great pre-recorded match. All right, we're doing something new here. We're using a new app, so there's a lot we're trying to figure out, working with all this. But yeah, this is great. It makes us go live, interact, and go through YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook at the same time. So follow us on all 3 platforms, and then follow us on IG, the Sports Mark Analyst, for all your news. It's been great. Hopefully next time we'll have Jay on, and he won't be hoeing around anywhere in the Napa Valley.
I'm saying. Listen, I'm not one to talk, but
Oh man. But, yeah, and my video's already out again. I don't know what's wrong with my streaming video. It just dies out. It goes out. But
I don't know, man. Technical difficulties are a part of it. It is what
it
is.
Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on. I don't know. But thank you guys for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Until next time, see ya.
You good.